Hello and well met. Welcome back to the Pixel Book Club. Uh, Here on Pixel Lore, I'm Pixel, by the way, in case you can't tell by the name. Joining me, of course, is Landry the Wise. Yes. Not
Yes.
walking.
No, that guy doesn't do his homework. This guy did.
Okay, I'm glad. It's because you were missing the cue. That's why.
Yep. Gotta have
But
that.
here it's fitting. But we didn't put on our hats.
Oh, I only have this
Yeah,
handy.
that's the hat of Landry
Landry the
Wise.
Wise.
Definitely.
I don't even know where this came from. Where did this? How do I own this?
I don't know. I got no answer. Tom Bombadil left it for you.
It was just there.
I'm getting ahead of myself. Yes, we are ready to stop our rest. The elves have left us. We're refreshed as we are diving into chapter 4. A shortcut to mushrooms. This is after that we have spoken to our random elves that we encounter along our way. This chapter is really this is my second time going through it, and there's a lot with the threat of the Black Rider, but it's really once we get to Farmer Maggot that it gets good. Like I said, I wish I had. I only own the one copy, so I don't like to do anything with my one copy. I don't want to market it in any way. But if I had a copy of those paperbacks that I could go ahead and highlight. Oh,
keep talking. I'm listening. I have a response to that. Keep talking.
That I could go ahead and mark. That way, these little things that catch my eye, because there are a lot of people that'll do that. They'll buy a copy of a book and they will take multiple highlighters, have little sticky notes that they add on along the way. I could never imagine doing that to this copy of the book.
I have a box to send to you. I've been putting together. I'm overdue. It includes these. I haven't forgotten. But it also, a friend of mine was getting rid of this set.
Oh.
But from 1980s. So I already have multiple editions. So, and I know that you only have the one set you've mentioned before, being unable to annotate or mark.
This might have to be the annotated one because that's from the 80s.
Well, I haven't even looked at that to judge the condition. I just know that he's moving across the country. He's like, oh, do you want any of these? I'm like, Pixel. So I grabbed you that copy.
You.
I just have to get to the post office. I've got stuff I've been meaning to send for ages. So I'll try to do that this week.
You honor me, my friend. Which is actually going to be very fitting in a moment when we talk about friendship in the next chapter. But we have to talk about mushrooms first. Do you know what sounds absolutely delicious? Mushrooms. Cooked with bacon.
Listen, bacon makes everything good.
You don't like mushrooms?
I see why people like them. And I cook with them. Making a filet mignon with buttered mushrooms. I just don't eat them myself. So, but
is it a texture thing? Do you not like the?
Yeah, it's a texture thing. I'm very sensitive to textures. This is though. I mean, these are slow chapters, but they set the stage so well. You're on the mushroom thing.
I'm still on mushrooms. I'm sorry.
Okay, no, that's fine.
Did you ever watch one of the last Disney animated 2D animated movies, Princess and the Frog?
I haven't seen Princess and the Frog.
Oh man. Well, they got to a bit in the mid part of the story where the prince, being the prince, he's never had to do any hard work. Um, but the princess Tiana, she's worked hard all of her life, and they get to this point where they have to pause while they're like picking thorns out of the crocodile's ass. And Tiana says, I'll go ahead and I'll cook us soup, make us some gumbo. And she has the prince go ahead and mince some vegetables and mushrooms. And I don't know what it is that makes me think about it, but they just look so good as he's like slicing down. You get a thick, meaty chunk. I'm like, I want a mushroom like that. I really like mushrooms.
I'm guessing that this is a chapter for you. Like, old Maggot is really a stout fellow if you leave his mushrooms alone.
I know. You know, in going through this the first time, I was like, why the hell are we stopping on Old Maggot's farm? I don't care about Old Maggot. Just let's get good. The second time, it's a little more. I'm feeling a little more. I like the conversation they have. I had this fellow all dressed in black coming to my door asking about Baggins. I sent him away, and I threatened to send the dogs on him. I love that. I love it. It's
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
And then he says, "You know what? Why don't you stop for dinner?" And Frodo's like, "Oh no, we gotta go." I meant to say, I will take you in the wagon. That'll save you time, and you can join us for a good meal. There is something heartwarming about kindness in
It's
the people that you meet along the way and the journeys.
This sets the stage of what they are leaving behind so well. Even this intimidating figure, because they were pilfering mushrooms. There's something so wholesome about it, so community driven about it, that why the Shire is worth protecting, why it is worth fighting for. That this is Tolkien's idyllic world. His pre-industrial, car childhood. That's it on paper. Like, this is a world he grew up in, and you feel it. Like, and Frodo and Sam, and to a lesser degree the other two hobbits, are leaving it behind into the unknown, um in a very slow pace, but in a way that I appreciate more now. I mean, when I was a kid, I would skim these chapters a bit. I wasn't deeply invested in them. I wanted to get to stuff about Gollum and the rings and whatnot. But you know, it really is a slow boil that I do think is worth it here.
Especially at the end when Mary pops up. They have the scare, like, oh,
Yeah.
Mary. And they go ahead. That takes us into a conspiracy unmasked where they take the ferry, go
Which I
across,
love.
and they finally make it back to not make it back. They make it to Crick Hollow, which is supposed to be Frodo's new home. Sounds lovely. He's not going to be there for more than a night. But they
The
are going to
fifth
sing.
Hobbit.
Huh?
We're going to shout out to Fatty Bolger here.
Fatty Boulder.
He does not get his due. He does not get. I mean, this is Fatty Bolger is, the in a lot of ways he saves the fate of Middle Earth rests on him. Yeah. Because and you laugh, but here's what happens. He stays behind, and just gives just enough distraction. Just enough to delay the hunt.
I do get to the bit after the bath, though. I suppose you three don't want mushrooms again, said Fredegar. Yes, we do. Sounds delicious. But no, he liked Frodo well enough, but he was not going on an adventure. I like in this chapter. So, wait, let me. 1 second. No, it's not here yet. My dear and beloved Hobbit. You speak of danger, understand. It's nothing to... Okay, so we have to talk first about... they pretty much tell Frodo, hey, we know what you're doing. We know you're not going to live here. You're going to run away. You're going to go... And it has to do with the ring. How did you know how to do with the ring? Well, once upon a time. And it pretty much gets them on their merry way. It's been quite a few years since I've watched A Fellowship of the Ring. And I know they skip over most.
Oh, I just watched it. And I mean, they hit some key little beats, but it is so, I mean, this, obviously they don't go to Crick Hollow. There's no Fatty Bulger, which is weird because he's so important. They bump into all of it actually, you know, and I can be really particular about some of the changes that I do not appreciate that Jackson made. However, there's a lot of this that's expedited that makes sense for the film.
Yes. Well, it's also the same reason that Frodo isn't 55 years old in the movie.
Well, yeah, try to explain the 17-year gap and all that. I miss that. I want that. But I will say it is weird to me in the film that Merry and Pippin have no idea. They just stumble into it.
Hey, where are you going? Let's keep going.
Yeah.
But here where they reveal, hey, we've been noticing you've been muttering to yourself, will I see this again? You've been very sorrowful. You're not going alone. You're foolish if you think we're going to let you just go.
There's a line here. Of course we understand, said Merry firmly. That is why we have decided to come. We know the ring is no laughing matter, but we are going to do our best to help you against the enemy. They know a lot. I mean, they know a lot.
Yeah. How? A little bit of how. Because the Black Rider is the first enemy that they witnessed. The ring, while it does have its cool invisibility power, how do you know that the ring has enemies?
Well, notice the enemy is capitalized. That is the enemy. It is, well, the enemy with a capital E. And so they know who they're talking about. They don't just mean we're going to protect you from somebody hunting you. They have knowledge. But, you know, they've been spying a long time.
Yep, and Sam was their main source of knowledge because he was always poking around.
Yeah.
But still, it's Samwise Gamgee.
It's a lot.
Man, Samwise Gamgee can do no wrong. He's the best. I like how after this that, all right, well, yeah, I'm not going to be able to talk you out of it. This does gladden my heart. They go ahead and they sing their own version of Misty Mountains, basically. That's
you're right. I didn't notice that.
That's the model of the dwarf song that Bilbo lost the venture long ago.
We must away ere break of day.
Yep.
And it was this book as a child that taught me what air means.
There we go.
E-R-E, before.
We don't use air enough nowadays.
No, we got to bring that back.
On this
air
ship,
is forgotten.
No views. That's what we'll do. We'll bring it back. Air too long. I love that bit. And they are ready to go. In the morning, that takes us to the Old Forest.
Except Freddy, who says, but that can only mean going into the Old Forest. You can't be thinking of doing that. It is quite as dangerous as Black Riders. I mean, he's not really wrong.
Okay. This is my second time in the Old Forest. Okay, no, that's not true. Because so the first time I did this was with an audiobook.
Okay.
That was read on you. It was on YouTube. It was by this one guy. I wish I could remember his name for the life of me. His videos kept getting taken down because of the Tolkien estate, which was really shitty because he was so good as a narrator. Like, I was immersed. But I listened to the Tom Bombadil chapter 3 times because the first time I was like, what am I listening to? I am going to stop. I'm never going to do this again. I did it again. It's like, okay, I'm catching on. And then the third time I was like, hey, no, Mary, no. It's the madness because the first part of this, I don't like the old forest. Part of me is like, cut down these trees. I mean, they're evil trees. They're wicked. They're literally trying to eat the hobbits.
They're angry trees.
Well, you can't. I don't know.
How much do you know about the fall of the kingdom of Arnor and the Witch King of Angmar?
Not much. Not much.
At some point, we will segue, and we're going to have a discussion about the history of the Old Forest and why the Shire exists at all. Because it all goes back to the fall of Arnor and the Witch King of Angmar. 1,000 years earlier, roughly, there was a great war in this region. And that's where the barrows come from, and the blades of that Merry, Pippin, Frodo, and Sam retrieve. We're not there yet, so I'm getting ahead. But we'll talk about that later.
But yeah,
where
no.
are we? Let's see. Old Forest.
As they go ahead, they get through. There's this unnatural sleepiness that's getting to them, almost like the Wizard of Oz. It's coming in. And Merry and Pippin go down by a willow tree, and Frodo's like, I need some water. And he goes down by the water. He's getting drowsy too, and he falls asleep with his foot in it. And Sam is the only one that's like, wait, this isn't natural. When I shouldn't be falling asleep, I'm not going to do it. Goes to find the ponies. Is able to bring them along when he hears the two sounds. And they start beating on that tree after he wakes Frodo up, trying to get it out. They get the hatchet and the tinderbox, and let's threaten the tree. And the tree, what does it do? Oh, I'm just going to kill the hobbits inside. What are you going to do with them anyway? It's silly. It's silly. But speaking of silly, then what do they hear as they're crying, help, help, throughout the forest? But some nonsense. Hey, doll, merry doll, ring-a-dong-de-lo, ring-a-dong, hop along, fa-la the willow. Tom Bum, Jolly Tom, Tom Bombadillo. And they are just stuck watching as this man in a blue coat and yellow boots and this hat just comes singing along. Oh my God. I hated this so much the first time I went through it.
Same.
But
everyone goes through a series of stages with Tom Bombadil. And the first one is rejection.
It's the stages of grief, right?
It's like the stages of grief. And the first is like confusion, and then rejection, and then dismissal, and then curiosity, and then resignment, and then acceptance and joy.
I think denial, anger, you're bargaining. Please stop.
Yeah, please stop singing.
Then you're depressed, but then you accept. You're okay.
You do.
You realize this is necessary. Have you ever listened to the song? There is an account on YouTube. What is it? Morwen Thorongel, where he brings the song to life.
I have not.
10 out of 10. Would listen again. And I have so many times. I have to avoid trying to sing it all right now. They're enchanted. They stop him, and he is rhyming away as he's speaking. And, problem with the tree. Let's see. And he goes ahead, and he's able to go ahead and get Merry and Pippin out of there. And he's like, you know what? You're coming home with me, guys.
This is a day's walk out of the Shire. Admittedly, the far edge of the Shire, but Tom Bombadil's, he just lives right there. He's just right there, man. It's like, it is a great moment, like how quickly things go right. I mean, trees trying to eat them while being hunted by black riders, fears of the barrows, and then this magical character appearing. Like, that's how quickly, when they leave the boundaries of their world, things become magical and dangerous, both. And that's a great bit.
Fun thing to note, because we talk about the Rings of Power on here. And the way they portrayed Tom Bombadil. He is listed in here as taller than a hobbit, but not quite. What is it? Not quite the height of man, something like that.
Sounds right.
So he's supposed to be in between. But in the Rings of Power, they've made him like Gandalf height.
Yeah.
He stands
Well,
about
the funny
the same.
thing is, Gandalf isn't even supposed to be that tall. Gandalf is supposed to be like 5'9" or something in the book.
Really?
Gandalf he's not a tall guy.
Like, even reading this, I'm still picturing him as super tall.
Yeah, no, he's not a tall guy. But my problem with Tom Bombadil in the show is he's just too invested. He's too focused. He's too concerned with like what actions people take. This is Tom Bombadil here. This is Tom Bombadil who's his attention is as mercurial as nature. It is, he's just, hey, it'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Come home. I'm going home. You'll be there. He'll sing a song about it.
Yeah.
And then they continue walking, and they still got some fear about the threatening trees. But sure enough, light beams through. The door is open. Hey, do. Hey, come, dearie do. Hop along my hearties. Hobbits, ponies all, we are fond of parties. Now let the fun begin, let us sing together. Then another clear voice, as young and as ancient as spring, like the song of a glad water flowing down into the night from a bright morning in the hills, came falling like silver to meet them. And I can't do that, so I'm not going to try. But
this is, though, like I said, this is the stark contrast. We have transformed from these 3 chapters. We have entered in a different world.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I mean, completely, from the cutting across through like old Farmer Maggot's territory, the bogs and fields, hiding from black riders, staying off the road, to a home in Crick Hollow Bats, and now into the wild in the truest sense. This is the road goes ever on kind of moment. And they've just entered. None of them have ever really gone. None of them have experienced this.
This is already beyond, like, because at the first that Bilbo experiences leaving the Shire, no, I'm sorry, even with your trolls and everything, no. Compared,
I always feel like Bilbo, my take with, I think we talked about this when we read The Hobbit, is that, of course, we're reading Bilbo's account. He left so much out. It's an in-universe book.
I feel like, because there's such the crazy whimsy that comes in at the end right here,
Yeah.
that it makes that leaving the Shire and going beyond in The Hobbit feel mundane, even with the extraordinary that we see. There is just a different level of what's
Yeah.
being experienced.
Yeah. Well, correct me if I'm wrong. It's basically they leave the Shire, they encounter trolls, and then they get to Rivendell, right? In The Hobbit,
Was
that's
before Rivendell?
the trolls are before Rivendell, definitely.
Yes, because they have to show what they found.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. Can't believe I nearly forgot.
We're in a different space right now. We're in other books. But
We're
yeah,
being taken to another realm by Tom Bombadil right
you
now.
figure that those 3 quick chapters is, a large chunk of this. A very different tale, very different take on the adventure, and of course, a very different tone to it. They are cutting through fields and bogs, hiding, being hunted. Bilbo is just like, well, it might get
Down the main
dangerous later,
road.
I
Yeah,
forgot my handkerchief.
if they had been able to leave down the main road, they would have had a much more mundane beginning of their
Yeah, well,
travel.
they would have never gone into the old forest, right? If they weren't being hunted, they could have taken the protected roads protected by the rangers.
Yep.
And that's the key thing. There are paths. They don't have to go through all this normally. But they're being hunted, and it's always looming over this. Even now, even when they reach Tom Bombadil, which we'll get to with the next chapter, because I already read ahead. So we'll talk about that later, though, because I always want to jump ahead to future chapters.
What I love is there's this comment right here on that video I was telling you about. Tom Bombadil is the male fantasy. Yes. There we go. Great time. And next week we will not be here. We'll be in a very different world. But
Oh yeah.
then we'll come back and be in a very different world again.
Yeah.
Because it's Tom Bombadil's world, and we're just living in it. We want to thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. None of you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Fare thee well.
Alonzo, no, wrong.